Okay, we are live.
My goodness, I love what you did here. Thank you very much.
We are live on Fashion Hour TV. It's a brand new show. Hey, Marlena.
Yes, I'm doing phenomenal. How you doing tonight, Michael?
I'm doing pretty good, but you're in charge tonight. This is your show now.
Well,
okay.
Fashion Hour TV is definitely something new for the audience that we have through Performer. And what this touching base, I'm sorry, I'm not yelling. I just speak loud. However, it's about the fashion, obviously, and what it means to the community. And when we have people on this platform, yes, we already do Boston Fashion Awards, we do Swim Boston, we do Nighttime Awards, but it's only about the fashion when we are on Fashion Hour TV. So we do have some special guests in the building. I know you'll know them because you've seen them many times, but we're here to shed light on them. We're here to understand their story. We're here to, be more vibrant and open and see what's going on, what they're doing next, and what they're about.
Right. Actually, I made one small mistake here. Joshua can't make it tonight because he's actually got some medical stuff he's dealing with this week, so we wish him well. But we got a good co-host, and we saw him in the intro, Baker. And so we're going to bring in Baker right now. So introduce everyone to Baker, okay?
Yes.
Oh, that's not... Well, Baker's down the lower right there. I guess I was supposed to be in this picture, but that's okay. That's Jessica, too. So Jessica's our first guest. Might as well bring them both in, right?
Yeah.
So Jessica and Baker, how you doing, guys? Let's bring me in there, too. There we go. There I am. Okay, great.
I know it's a little hot in here. I'm sorry about this room.
It's always like Miami in here. Like Cuba. Alberto Vasallos, he's sitting in the next room right there, and he's from Cuba. His family's from Cuba. So, it's going to be like 90 plus degrees in here all the time. So that's okay. Actually, it's not him. It's the building. The building is like this, especially in the wintertime. It's in the summertime, it's bitingly cold. So take your pick, one or the other.
One or the other.
One or the other. Yeah. Baker, how you doing?
I'm good. Pleasure to be back. Happy to be here. Can't wait to introduce our hosts, our guests.
Did you have fun last week on the Fun with Food show?
I did. Yes. I mean, I had a lot of food. The food was oof, but then also the show was amazing. I'd shout out the
Glad
food.
you enjoyed it.
Definitely.
I know. He was like, I cannot eat this, but I'm going to eat that.
Yeah.
So.
I had a good time. I had a good time eating what I ate.
Come close to the microphone, Jessica.
Yes.
So Jessica is one of our Boston Fashion Awards winners.
How are you doing today?
Yeah.
I'm great. I'm happy to be here. It's my first podcast.
Yes.
Actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that Performer was able to do this first time with you. I mean, how is it? I know it's a pretty different experience, but have you ever felt like you wanted to be on a podcast, or this is basically a live broadcast? But
yeah, I have always been open to being on a podcast. I just never really had a reason per se, but this is the perfect reason.
Yeah.
Jessica, you want to get a little closer to the microphone? Bring it closer.
He speaks so soft.
Yeah, you're very.
I'm sorry.
You're soft spoken. That's okay. That's all right.
But yes, how we met each other was through Swim Boston.
Yes.
And you brought one of your pieces. This girl is so like, if you meet her in person, she's just like online. Like she's so straight. She's so sweet, and like it's phenomenal. Like to meet people like this on a daily, You
are the most amazing person to meet in person. I'm like, everyone's really nice. That's what I think surprised me a lot about going to different events. You meet people and everyone's just so nice. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Always.
Well,
we can't.
We have to be real a little bit. Like, not realistically, not everyone can be so nice. But there comes to a certain degree where we respect what we do, and we can understand and resonate with one another. Like what you're doing, I love it. Like you make jewelry, but you're not only making jewelry. You put those pieces on yourself. When I see this girl, she always has her best pieces on. Like it's never, this person.
She got a little something on right now.
I always has the best pieces on.
ADD. I'm always like, what can I do? Like I change things around. I take things apart. I remake them. I'm always doing it.
Well, can we start from the beginning? How did you get into jewelry making?
Jewelry making. So I started when I was pretty young. I would say maybe 10, 11. And my grandmother showed me traditional native beadwork, which is on a loom, and she's 100% native. So it was important for her to show me.
Right.
And she probably figured I would either take a liking to it or not, and then that would be it. And I loved it.
So that definitely goes way back then.
Way back. Yep.
Wow.
And then so now I still do the native style, but I try to do new things, and I'm always learning new techniques.
And you brought it into fashion shows. Like, how is that?
Yes.
Like, you going, well, the first time I worked with Jessica, which is her brand, Whirlwind, and jewelry. Sorry, Whirlwind Jewelry.
Yes.
And Jessica, I mean, I don't know I can't just give you all the compliments in the world, but she's really a great person, and her craftsmanship show that. She's very detail orientated, and when she puts a piece on a model, she's just not looking, oh, this looks good on you. What is this statement? You know, you're putting a statement piece on somebody. And when you're putting it for a model, like, what does that speak to you? How does that speak to you when you're giving it to someone?
Well, first off, I never thought I would see my pieces on a model. Like that was not in my
a bingo card.
That was not really in my realm of like thinking. So I started just vending events around the city and flea markets and markets. And then there was one in particular I attended. It was with Boston Beauty Coalition, and she had vendors, but then she had a fashion show in the middle of
Shout out to Elizabeth.
Yes. And I sat there like in my booth like, this is like a thing? Like, so then, it took a few months of networking, and I networked with BOGO Split, and I just tried to get my name out there a little bit more, and then it just evolved. They had an opportunity, BOGO Split, they had an opportunity for a show, and
Shout out to them too, because they're always using their community.
Yes, I was like such a noob. Like, she's like, Leah actually helped me. Like, she's like, okay, come with all your pieces in separate bags, 12 looks with 12 models, and when we get there, I'll show you what to do. And they just like helped me.
Yes.
And the first show was like kind of just chaos.
Right.
Because it's so fast paced, and I was just not used to that.
Which you get a lot of that. Yeah,
yes.
you would get a lot of that.
So then after that, like first time I was like, oh wow, I could do that. And I could do it better. I just wanted to improve. So yeah, that's how it started.
Yay.
Like just little by little and slowly.
Do you have a website that people can order your stuff on?
I am in BOGO Split, so a few of my pieces are in there. And I'm working on my website. So
yay, stay tuned to her website.
Yes.
She's
Stay
definitely
tuned
in BOGO Split. Still.
Top priority, yes.
Yes. Do you see yourself doing any other collaborations as far as events or vendoring?
Yes, I'm working on a few for the spring. Yep. I just can't say.
That's okay.
Because nothing's like secured, but we are, yes, we're hopeful.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, I love good jewelry. We love good jewelry. What do you think, Baker? Do you love good jewelry? He's an accessible man.
I will say, I've modeled a lot of her pieces, and I gotta shout out the fact that she is the only designer at fashion shows that has to work with every single segment. Whatever designer, if your designer is done, you're good. You're done. She has to finish this design till the end, because again, jewelry is always a needed accessory, and she's always very much calm and collected, trying to figure out, like, despite the pressure, despite everything going awry, what do you need? Oh, I think this would look. I'm like, how are you calm right now?
She really does.
How are we calm in this?
I can have to actually exactly like touching base on the calmness. Like, I can just say, like, when I first worked with you, I'm a little nutball when I'm in the works of being in an event. So I know, like, I couldn't chime in with you as soon as possible, but you gave me that space. You were like, I know she's busy. Like, I could just see it. Like, you gave me that space, and I was like, oh, she's like an angel. Like
I try to
Really
stay out of the way until it's time to put the jewelry on.
the guns are blazing.
And then
She stays out of the way.
Out of the way.
That definitely sees for your character. Your jewelry definitely like is a statement in this community already. Like, nonetheless, like people do care about that. You know, like it's not only your craftsmanship; it's just who you are, and that does definitely says something.
And who doesn't like a good statement piece jewelry?
Right.
You know, that takes the outfit from a 6.5 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10
I think
because of the
so.
jewelry, because of either the chain, the beads, anything that she puts on you. Like, I've seen it firsthand, and I have modeled a lot of her pieces, and it took my confidence from, okay, I'm going to do this, to I'm going to kill this.
Oh my God.
Shadow Warren.
My heart.
We actually have
I
some.
love doing men's too.
We have some samples of Jessica's
Yes.
work.
Yes.
Let's take a look at it.
Let's take a
here's-
look at them.
She can oh, that's her winning the award.
Look at
Okay,
that.
which we're going to give her in a little bit. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So here, describe this one right here, Jessica.
So that was a piece, and you can wear it in the front or the back. And we were putting the look together, and I just turned it around, and I was like, oh yeah, like a veil, a chain veil, like beautiful. So yeah, that was that look.
Okay.
Amazing.
That was a little cut off.
You
but
can't
that-
see it, but it's a body chain, and it just made the color pop. I don't know what it is about gold and like
Yeah.
corally reds, but it's
Ooh,
magic.
that's interesting.
Yes. Some shell and vintage wood beads. I do love to source vintage because I think it's great.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, look at that.
Mixed metal crosses. And
What's that
then I sourced-
inspiration from this? Like, what made you want to put that piece on her?
So I don't know. So I usually will just bring tons of options, and then when we're there, and she put the dress on, I was like, okay,
This one.
like you have to bring a little edge to the feminine, and you just kind of see what's gonna work.
Yeah.
It just worked.
And you do give variety. That's what's
I
beautiful
try.
about that.
Yes, I love to have options, and I think like pairing things you wouldn't necessarily think to pair always is amazing too. So
Right.
unexpected pieces together.
And like, I'm a detail orientated person. Sometimes I get aggravated with my own self. So it's like today came into the car and I was like, Baker, I didn't bring my earrings.
Earrings is the first thing
I was
she
like, I
said.
didn't bring my earrings. But then I was like, at least my hair looks big. But
You can't see him anyway.
I know, right?
Exactly. You can't.
Maybe
like,
Warwick Jewelry has something for you.
You know,
right now.
maybe
I
she
don't know.
does.
Maybe
You
she
gotta
does.
hit her up.
I just said I didn't bring anything with me.
That's okay.
I was kind of like flighty when I was leaving. But
That's okay. No, but when it came to Swim Boston, thank you so much for showing up and being a part of the team. It would definitely inspired everyone else because it's like, even if you had swimwear, it was like, oh, we have swimwear and jewelry. And those body pieces, I know that picture didn't give the justice, but you had the necklace, it came down, it would go around the waist. There was some of them that would just go off the thigh, go around the thigh. It was very meticulous, but it was just right. And I feel like that's what it means. Like, even you have your jewelry with you on. I'm pretty sure you've made them. And vintage, like that chef's kiss.
yes,
We don't only have jewelry, sorry, Jessica, but we also have a fashion stylist, and his name is Tony. And we definitely want to bring Tony into the mix here because what better way to have
Hi, Tony.
accessories
What's up, Tony?
How you guys
when
doing?
it comes to fashion designing or fashion styling, Tony? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Say that again, please.
So I know we have accessories,
Yep.
right? What do you use accessories for when you're styling someone?
I'd say like kind of what you were saying a little bit a while ago, like to really elevate the fit. And I feel like two people could be wearing the same outfit and accessorize it differently and accessorize it how they express themselves. And it could be like, they could have the same piece, but it could look two completely different outfits, honestly.
Right. So the first time I met both of you, we already touched base with her being at Swim Boston, but you also worked at Mass Fashion Week. So Jessica also worked at Mass Fashion Week. You worked at Mass Fashion Week, and it was the first round. Tell me a little bit about you getting involved with Mass Fashion Week, or even as a fashion stylist.
So it really means a lot to do like local fashion shows because like it really brings the community together. And I feel like nowadays, especially like I'm from Rhode Island, but like now like Massachusetts and Rhode Island are like one place becoming, and like
they really
the
are,
art community is like blending so well, and like it really means a lot to me. Like I feel like it's history, like, and like some people might want to like go look outwards, like, oh, I need to go here, I need to go there, but like we got like a lot of stars over here, and like we're doing a lot of great things already right here, and it's like it's beautiful just to be a part of that, and like to have like that synergy going around. Like I really appreciate being involved with.
Yeah, and being a part of your community. What does it say? Like when you have to shut off being Tony the fashion stylist, what does it mean? Like, come on now. Why did you even get into fashion styling?
Basically I like started off modeling for a while and been in the fashion industry like for about 7 years now, and then I was just like, I love taking photos, but I also love like putting other people in fits, and like it's so fun because everyone has their own unique style, and like I like to like challenge myself and be like, all right, well, if I was this person, like what would I wear and how could I like add my touch in there when I'm like putting an outfit for somebody else, and like they have their unique style, like I want to make sure this outfit's expressing them, and then also give my own little touch on it, basically.
Which I have seen you. So there was two people that I know. It was an artist. I don't know exactly her name, but she's from Lawrence. I don't know if you
Isha.
Yeah. Yo, she's on fire right now. Shout out to Isha.
She's amazing.
She is. So how was it like styling people when you come? Because I know you even asked me, but styling other people, like, do you get a sense of like who they are first and then style them, or you are like, I want to style you, like, give me free range?
A little bit of both. I'd say I definitely look at what their style is already, and then like that's what I get my inspiration from. Like it feels like, you ever play Sims? Like yeah, it's like, you know, like it's fun, like it's so like freeing, and like you could tell a lot about a person just by the way they dress. Like it sounds funny, but like, you know, it really is about looking good and feeling good, and like to some people they don't really care, like it's just an outfit, but you know, like for us it's so much more than that. Like
right, no, you're totally right. I feel like it does come with expression. It's a sense of art. People use it to speak something, or other people tone it down to not speak anything at all. Like, you know, what about you, Jessica, when it comes to designing jewelry and having your background, someone showing you, like today, what inspired you to wear what you're wearing today?
So I like to wear a lot of black clothing. Which like,
black is always the color to go to.
I don't know, I'm just like a 90s kid, and just
actually, come to think of everything, every time I've seen you at a show, you're wearing black.
I know.
Yeah, now I think about it.
I don't know, it's like either
black is like colorful minds.
Yeah, and then I just look like what goes together for the mood I'm in, like the mood I'm in, and I wanted to wear this because I just made it, and I like wanted to like
show the camera a little more.
It's just a little
this way.
Yes,
snake
right there,
bolo,
and it's attached to the shirt.
It's giving me like Texas vibes.
Yes, yep. So just something, you know, different, and then my hand chain.
Yes,
the feather.
Very native. That gives me native vibes.
And then just little cuffs.
Details. It's the details for me.
Yeah, it's either I don't know, I just like spaz out and just, what do I want to wear? And then I just try to put on like just enough where it pops, but not like too much.
Yeah, you want
like to keep going,
right.
But I had to stop myself.
When it comes to accessories, it's like you got to tone it down sometimes because you just want to be able to have the piece speak out, or the accessories to speak out.
Like one focal piece, and then the rest kind of just like play off of that one piece. That's
have you been into like fashion shoots where like you have your accessories and then you have the fashion stylist? Like, have you coordinated anything like that with the model?
So once thus far. So I want to do more.
Yeah.
Because it was
see yourself doing that?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was funny because before I started any of this, really, I followed some stylists on my social media, and I got to like DMing one of them, and I was like, I want to do like kind of what you do, but I just want to do jewelry. She was like, oh, that's not like a thing. And I was like, but I want to make it a thing. Like, that's what I want to do. Like, just the jewelry. I mean, clothes are cool, but there's lots of other talented clothing stylists, so I'll leave it to them. But just the jewelry, I just want to do like that.
Which is good though, because I don't feel like we have a lot of jewelry. Well, I feel like we have a lot of fashion, clothing designers.
Right.
When it comes to jewelry, I only know but two. You being one of them, and the other one being. Is it En Route in Lawrence? It's based in Lawrence. I forget the name of them, but they also have really amazing stuff.
Oh, cool.
So it's great because you kind of pick your niche. For example, like, okay, you know what? There's not a lot of jewelry people in the fashion industry. I'm good at it. I love doing it. Boom, and put myself in there, and then it's just been thriving ever since then,
Yes.
So it's always good to, kind of just pick your niche and just stay there and stick to it.
Yes, and I
think there's a lot more than there used to be, seriously, because I'm seeing more and more in the category now. When we do the accessories designers every year, there seems to be more and more being nominated.
There were amazing people in the category. I was like blown away.
To think about it, being a fashion stylist, do you think about accessories all the time, or is usually like a hat or a bag? That's what I mostly see until you pop in the diamond earrings or you have that one ring. But then we have Baker over here that has all the rings. We have all the jewelry and chains, stuff like that.
I don't know.
So it definitely ties in with just styling someone. Like. You have to have the accessories, you have to have the clothing, you have to have the model that fits right with the clothing, Was there ever a bad photo shoot that that ever happened before? Like,
I've had plenty of bad photo shoots. Yeah.
I feel like as somebody in the fashion industry, you have to have had one or two bad photo shoots.
Come on now.
Do we want to take a look at some of his photo shoots?
Sure.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
Let's
take a look at some of Tony's stuff here.
My stuff?
Oh, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't look bad at all.
Shout out to Joe.
And what was this piece? What was this about?
This is the Providence BB set. And this is the first sweatsuit for Blaze Babe. Shout out the homies. Shout out Lolly. Shout out Joseph.
Shout out Joseph.
Basically, I'm from Rhode Island, the smallest state, and my hometown is Providence. Shout out Providence. And this is a set for the city.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is when I first met Tony.
This is why we're on at night.
I know, right?
This is when I first met Tony, and then this wasn't your piece.
This is Blaze Babe, yeah.
This is Blaze
Shout out
Babe.
Haji. So this was the second fashion show I did, and this is the only one I didn't hand. So this was conceptualized with me. So shout out Haji.
Okay.
And
And shout out Jasmine, yeah. Shout out Jasmine.
Oh, damn.
Oh yes, this is
Fire.
the angel set, and basically I made those wings the day of the fashion show, like because we were running late and behind. And shout out Davi the model. It's like basically like a cute bandeau top. And then a miniskirt fur.
Yeah, the picture doesn't give it justice. You had to be there.
Oh, facts. Oh, this is my best friend Danny. Shout out Danny. This is a ghillie suit. So basically, like Blaze Babe controls like different elements.
Okay.
And like I'm wearing like her right now, and her like her fire form, her Phoenix form. But like that is her and Jasmine set, and this are paired. And this is like the earth to represent nature, basically.
Oh, it's giving.
Love it.
Oh yes. Oh, I love these guys. This is the hot girl set. I love it. You
Hot
can't
girl
really
summer
tell.
coming up.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out the hotties.
Yeah.
You can't really tell, but it's like the Y2K
Peppers.
Juicy Couture. Yeah, it's like bedazzled rhinestones. You can't really tell from the photos, but shout out all these models. They did great. Oh yes.
Love.
Yes.
I remember this.
And this is like, so I was saying about the fire, like this dress was inspired by like Katniss from Hunger Games.
I love
And
that.
yeah, shout out Dior. So this is like basically that moment, like she's like a phoenix basically coming up from the fire basically.
So good.
Wow, very
like,
good,
I'm
Tony.
amazed. Like
Thank
you've been
you.
speaking about it like in real time. Like
Oh, cheesing.
wow. Good for you, because
Whoops, wrong one.
I remember him being backstage and he's like, how many minutes? How many minutes more? I'm like, Tony, we got 5 minutes. He's like, okay, I could do it.
I can do it.
Yo, he's stressing me out.
I always admire how like designers can like literally sew something 2 minutes before they go on, and it looks like it's been in like the closet for 3 years just waiting to be worn.
Yeah.
A lot of times
really.
like the last minute adjustments on something that's not really sticking, and I'm just waiting to wear it. Meanwhile, the designers are just trying to get this piece, trying to get that piece. So y'all really do it. Y'all really come through every time for a show or anything like that.
Yeah. How long have you been fashion designing or styling? Both.
I've been in the fashion industry 7 years. I modeled the past 7 years, and then I've only been designing about a year and a half, less than that.
Yeah.
But like, it's just so fun. Every aspect of fashion, like, I just want to be around all the time, and like, I still have so much to learn. But like, I was always watching my friend. His name's Shakir, and he has Native Pain as his line. And like, I was always just watching local designers, and like, I was just like, oh, one of these days I'm gonna try that. And like, one day I was just like, let me try that, and like, it's just so much fun. Like,
oh, that's so inspiring for the people that are watching and hearing this. I mean, like, even you, Jessica, how long have you been jewelry making or in the industry? Because I know you're fashionable.
So just doing like events,
Jewelry making.
coming up on 2 years.
2 years. So you're
So like taking myself like serious as a brand. Yeah.
Wow, that's a big step.
Yeah.
What were you doing before this? I mean, if you don't mind.
So I have 3 kids.
Oh,
so
she's a mommy too.
Yes. But aside from that, I was always in school and working part-time. And so, yeah, my degree is actually in fashion, but it's not like fashion. It's like the history of fashion. So I was always interested in historical aspects. And so, yeah.
But that definitely ties in with your family has done for you as well. You know, the native work as well. Like, I feel like when you are an individual that even goes in for education or investing in yourself for modeling, it comes to a certain degree. Like, you don't see yourself in the long run what this can make out for you, but you end up tying it in with what you're doing, especially like getting Baker along what we're trying to do. He wants to get into more communication. He wants to get in more in just being a model, and that just touches base with being a multi-purpose individual. You see, like, it's very powerful when you see yourself in another
dimension,
element, realm, because you're a mom.
Yes.
But she's a mom that makes jewelry.
Yes.
You know,
amazing jewelry.
And I just think living in this area, we've seen like the lack here, and we're all kind of just like, I feel like we're all excited at the same exact time to like really make an industry that like my kids can go into if they want to. Like,
oh, I'm glad that you
know
said
what
that.
I mean? Like, we want to build it for the next generations
right.
and like kids. Like,
yeah,
because fashion combines so many cool things, like
right.
the photography, the sketching, the sewing, just everything. Like, you could go into so many different fields
right
within fashion.
That's how, personally, I invested in myself in the modeling industry, but I saw myself being like Tyra Banks. And it never happened, though. Realistically speaking.
Yet.
you are like Tyra Banks.
Right?
I was going to say the same thing.
I'm look at that hair.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
It's happening right now.
The real Tyra Banks.
And you got your own show now, too. So there you go.
But realistically speaking, that was so far red. Like, that was such a I couldn't
Far-fetched.
touch it.
You had
know?
to create it.
I had to create it. And where did it go? I went to modeling, and I was like, oh my God, like, I'm going to be the best actress. And it never became that way. But I became the best person that I can be for myself, and it showed forth for other people. And uplifting is my best asset. You know, that's something that I know I can do for my community. And when I cultivate these events, when I bring other professionals in, it just brings a statement where, you know, we have the engineer Michael, like, you would even believe he knows fashion. He surprises me.
Can't you tell?
You know, he very does. And sometimes he'd be like, Marlena, that's not it.
Marlena, you're a work in progress still. So Tyra Banks better look out, because you might reach that level.
For real.
You
Look
might
at that
reach that level.
blazer.
Come on.
You know?
Marlena
Keep it going. Keep it going. That's all you gotta say.
Thank you.
But I did win a
Yeah.
Fashion Icon Award, so I got
You
that going
did.
for me.
Talking about awards,
Yes.
Jessica, Tony, we'll get back to you, but we gotta do something for Jessica here.
Oh yeah.
She got an award for
Congratulations.
leading accessory, and she's actually getting in person now. What you saw in the picture wasn't just for the moment, but she's also getting it for a lifetime. And
Yeah.
when we were just
I
touching
know.
base, you know, living it. you were just talking about children, and I also work with children, and this means so much to me, giving it to people just like you.
Why don't you show it to the camera above?
Yes.
This one right here.
There you go. There.
You're leading a pack of people that are seeing you every single day, Jessica, and it's so inspirational. It's not only empowering, but you're embodying this award for many more people that just want to be like you. Or even if it's not you this year or last year, it can be next year or the other year. You know, this award doesn't mean just that one time. She's embodying it every single day, and everybody else with her. You know, these are leaders. You have to be a running force like everybody else in this industry. So now that you got this award in your hands, Jessica, can you tell me a little bit about you seeing your name as a nominee, like the not winning, but one of the leading nominees?
So when I was nominated, I almost fainted because I was like, who did this? And
why?
I don't know. Imposter syndrome, I guess you could say. And
how can you say that, honestly? Because you've done shows at the Liberty. I mean, people die to be at the Liberty right now.
I saw the competitors, and they were just bigger accounts than me. And I was like, oh, there's no way.
Right.
I'll probably get 2 votes, my mom, and I'll make one of my kids do it. But no. So it was surreal to be nominated, and then it was even more surreal to win. I had my oldest son with me, and I was like, what? I couldn't believe it.
What did he think?
He thought it was pretty cool,
Right.
He can't. How old is he? He's very low key. He's 22.
Oh, okay. I was like, that sounds like a 13-year-old. Like, yeah, that's cool.
No,
that's cool, Mom.
You have a 22-year-old son? My God,
Yes.
God bless you.
Yeah. You don't even. Oh my God, God bless your skin.
Yes. Got to tell everyone your routine at some point.
Yeah.
So he's my oldest, and then I have 18-year-old girl and then a 7-year-old boy.
Yeah.
None of them care about fashion, so it's funny.
Maybe they will at some point.
Maybe.
Teenagers.
They care about a lot of things at this point. Fashion may not be it, but maybe at 24, and be like, Mom, can I wear this jewelry?
Yeah.
No?
Maybe.
Yeah.
My oldest still gets stuff from Amazon. I'm like, really?
Wow.
Just bought a beaded bracelet. I can make you.
Right. Well, this is, like I said, this is for other people also being inspired by your work for the times, the history, like we were touching base on, for the future generation. Like I said, I work with children, and one of my positions is being a makerspace lead, and I'm helping them create, express, build. What can we do to build? So one of the things is building on craftsmanship, which is whether if it's jewelry making, whether if it's what I call them friendship bracelets, like we do some of those, fused beads making, fashion designing, making clothes, being a model. So this definitely speaks on a different spectrum, because when you go back to yourself, we see competitors and we sometimes don't understand, why are we doing this? Like, why is this happening? And sometimes you're supposed to, okay? And your kids are gonna look at that and they're just gonna be like, damn, my mom is cool. Like, my mom is cool.
Before we switch over, let's just show them the Boston Fashion Award site. Yeah. How you were nominated, Jessica, is that we have open nominations. This is last year's, of course. Because we haven't updated it for this year yet, because when the information for this year comes in, the site will be updated. But we have open nominations usually in the early fall, and somebody nominated you, and we take a look at every single name, and there's hundreds, okay? All you have to do is go to voting, and then there'll be nominations, and that's what you got to do. And then we look at them, and we determine based on the quality, based on the following, based on shows you've done, based on your social media reach. That's how the nominees are selected. So you go there every year, and you can vote later on for the winners, the general public, as well as we have a peer group that votes as well, 50-50. So that's how that works, in case people were interested.
Yes, this is a question that's asked every single year, and I understand why people ask it, because it's like, in order for anyone to know your business, you have to go out there. You have to understand the business isn't going to come to you. You have to go out and advertise your business. You got to market yourself. That's how anybody's going to even know who you are. So essentially speaking, like being a model, getting runway, people have seen them walk. It makes sense, you know. Right. It's not like we're just picking people that if they don't know how to walk, you know, if they're not into their community. Like, this is so substantial. And when you're a substantial person and people are seeing that this is just a physical form, but the invisible part is showing up, being respectful, being a team player, you know, having soft skills. These are all essential things that, you know, not someone thinking is important in the moment, but in a community standpoint, these are all very important. Tony, I know you have businesses flourishing, you have things going on in your life. What is going on? What is your next steps as a
Actually, talk about that shirt. I love that shirt.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's nice.
He actually said that
break
too.
That down? Because you did say something about the
so
the Blaze.
Yeah, this is Blaze Babe, my brand Blaze Babe, and this is the Phoenix tee, and we're gonna be dropping this in probably like a month and a half. This is our next drop, and if let the camera see it quick or something.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cool.
I know, right? Whatever camera that is.
That's so cool. Hi, Mom. Yes.
That's fire.
And it's basically like Blaze Babe. She's a character I created, and she controls the elements. And basically, this is the Phoenix form of hers, and it's like represents rising from the ashes and coming back brand new. And that's basically what it means.
I do want to say he is a fashion designer. He's the model as well.
Right.
But most importantly, he's a gentleman. Ladies, can you please show the flowers?
Literally.
Oh yes,
Literally.
Yeah,
We cannot forget about that. He did bring us flowers.
And flowers.
When I sat down, I'm like, wait, did I do something for these? Like, I didn't. But thank you, Tony. Thank you, Baker,
a gentleman in the flesh.
That was definitely something that sparked it up.
And here I was thinking it was for
just
me.
Being who you are.
No, next time for everybody. No
Valentines for me.
I'm just grateful to be here. So thank you guys for having me.
Very classy, Tony. Very classy.
Thank you.
Very classy. There you go. You get a round of applause from our big audience right behind me.
Yeah. Are you in a fashion show in this coming week? Are you?
So I actually I wanna do a fashion show in the summer, and so I could use your guys' help with that. I want to do get all hands on deck and do a super big fashion show this summer.
What's the theme? Like what do you like? What's the idea behind it? Oh, is it too early to tell? I
want it to be outdoors, and I want it to just represent the melting pot New England is, and show a bunch of different everything. And it doesn't. I want it to be unorthodox, honestly. Outside, and I want some water. At least if there's a little bit of body of water near, that's it. Have everybody showcase. Nice have the talent from here, the artists, the designers, the athletes. Everybody try to get everybody involved some way or form.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
That would be really dope.
It's definitely speaking to our people that are in the fashion industry. It definitely speaks on who you are as a person. And, Jessica, you have children. I can't believe that you never told me that. But now that I'm knowing today, this is such a substantial level, who you go home to, and who's watching you. So that definitely, I give you so much respect on that, not only as a businesswoman, but also a caregiver. That's definitely important. But needless to say, I am so excited for our new Fashion Hour TV. This is our first segment. This is something where we want to have you on the show, talk about you, your fashion, what you're doing, how you're doing it. And, even if you come fashionable or not, we're going to talk about you. So I'm so excited what's in store for
a lot of good
else.
Stuff. We were doing so many fashion shows on Performer. I said, Marlena, let's just have a show for you. You do all the fashion stuff. Okay, and here we are. So now this is your show.
It doesn't feel like for me totally.
I'm saying you're the host. You're the queen. You're the queen bee. So
Baker definitely is doing a great job co-hosting. He's definitely a
very
great
good
fashion stylist.
Speaking of Baker, I came up with some stuff. Baker's a model too now. Okay, you ready? Let's take a look. Ooh.
Ooh. What are we saying?
Dude.
Don't hurt nobody.
Oh yeah, no, that's serious.
That's giving like Ghost from Power, if you know the reference.
Wow.
That was
Yes.
Sign them up.
I love the colors are beautiful. There's something intense right there.
Glistening.
That's from the Nike campaign that I did that I'm manifesting right now. Nike, if you're hearing this, Nike.
Nike, listen,
Nike.
watch, look. It's very casual, but I like it.
Shout out Nathan. Nathan did this one. He's a photographer from Houston.
Very
who's
nice.
actually my in-law. But yes.
Yeah, there we go back to that original look. That's intense.
It's a very intense picture. It's like I'm gonna close the biggest deal that I've ever had to close.
There you go. That's a power tie right there. I love it.
He means business.
He means business.
Yeah. Wow.
Always business.
Well, this room is very powerful, impactful. I'm just so excited to know you guys more on a personal level, not only what you do in the industry, but I want to just say something powerful what happened to you this week. One of us, like going down. Like what happened to me powerful today was that I was able to do some team building with my coworkers at work. So that definitely brought some empowering and some elevation in the room with my peers that I work with on a daily basis. What about you, Jessica? What was something impactful that happened to you this week?
Okay. So I recently sent a brand some pieces, and it was supposed to be for a photo shoot, and this was about 2 weeks ago. Come to find out, they kept the jewelry pieces and had it in their New York Fashion Week show. So technically, I got into New York Fashion Week, like adjacent. Yeah.
Not adjacent.
Yeah, that's exciting.
I was just like scrolling on my Instagram. I'm like, oh, they used it in their show. I like caught their live, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's my necklace. That's my. So
That's
that
amazing.
was like mind blowing. So I'm so excited.
What about you, Baker?
I'm still thinking.
Go ahead,
That was
Tony.
a tough one.
It is.
I know, right?
I'm saying there was nothing like super eventful that happened this week, but like I did like have a breakthrough kind of in the sense of recently I was like, oh, you know, my day job, I don't want to do this. I just want to do fashion 24/7. But like I like sat in like gratitude, and I was just like, you know, like at least like we're able to be healthy and have a way to support ourselves, and like and not put so much pressure on myself to have to get where I want to go now. Like and like I like was like even on the way up here I was like looking around, I was like, wow, like I'm starting to enjoy the process more than just focus on where I'm trying to quote unquote get to in the end.
Right.
Well, you're all here. That's important too, right? Before we go, I want to show everyone the BOGO Split website. So Jessica's stuff is at BOGO Split. It's on the website too, right, Jessica?
Yes.
Yes. So there you go. So bogosplit.com. They got everything, all that stuff right there, and you can just. So there's a lot of local designers here on this website. So go check it out, or check out their store in Copley
go to Copley
Place. Copley Place.
Yeah.
Very excellent store.
Baker,
Okay.
did you end up figuring it out?
Yes, a little
Good.
bit. Yes, it didn't happen this week, but it happened really since this month started. Again, everybody's has their, for lack of better words, demons they're fighting with, be it family, be it job, this and that. But again, it's gonna get better for everybody, but you have to have that positive mindset. So just stay positive and keep going, keep grinding, keep those that love you close to you and those that do not love you far away.
Very good.
That's
All right, we got to
everything
wrap
in
it
a
up,
nutshell.
girls and boys.
And don't forget something he forgot.
Well, let's go
Stay
check out the
fashionable.
performer site when you have a chance. Okay,
Stay
and
fashionable.
by the way, check out MarlenaGarcia.com when you have a chance too.
Oh, the
Oh, yes, check her out. Ready for the world. There you
What
go.
you saying?
Yes.
Website's live. Let's go.
Yes.
Yes, we go.
Congrats again.
About that.
Jessica.
Very good.
Woo.
All right,
Tony,
we'll
thank
be
you for
back
joining us.
next
Thank
week
you
with a
so
live
much,
show
guys.
from KVO
Yeah.
for In Boston Magazine.
tuned.
Check us out. Same time, same place. And in a few, next month, we get another Fashion Hour TV, so stay tuned for that as well. Got a lot of stuff coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Hope you have a great weekend. Don't get snowed on tonight. Actually, I think they missed us, so that's cool. And Marlena, we'll see you again very soon, too. All right, everyone. Good night.
Have a good night.
Bye.